Whether you're watching your favorite NBA team at the arena, the bar, or hanging at home, grab an ice-cold Michelob Ultra and enjoy every moment of the NBA season. Stock up today and watch your team drop buckets with a bucket full of ice-cold Ultra. Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch. Michelob Ultra. Registered light beer. St. Louis, Missouri. Must be 21 plus to order alcohol. Alcohol available only in select markets.
Study
and play
come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get
the best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This is what everyone's talking about.
Everything's on the table.
This is what champions come to take. This is what everyone came to see.
And the slam!
No do-overs. No second chances. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is winner take all. The NBA Finals continue on ABC and the ESPN app.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
More Eagles rumors, more NFL news, and some other thoughts and opinions on what's going on. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Cover news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Jointly produced by the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network on YouTube. I'm your man, Phil Stiefel. You can find me hosting Trending in the AM Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. live. And I got Thursday's episode linked below. Make sure you copy and paste it and tune in and subscribe to that channel as well. That's where you can bring your thoughts and opinions on everything you hear here and everything else that's trending in Philadelphia sports and beyond. Guys, we got to get into a couple things here that I want to touch on. You know, there's not much news since the other day's open OTAs where the media got to report on it. I have a couple notes on that. But there has been some new Eagles rumors starting to float around again. With the fact that it was rumored and reported that the Eagles were in on Myles Garrett, the Josh Sweat rumor mill is starting to pick up again. And Josh Sweat, former Eagles player, clearly wants out of Cleveland. And the Eagles are being linked heavily as one of the teams in. And Josh Sweat has two preferred teams, one being the Eagles, the other being the Packers. And I'm here, and despite Ian Rappaport saying that there's no truth to these rumors, there's enough substance to believe that Sweat wants out. The Cardinals want to move him. Whether they find a deal or not is up to them. I'm here to say that the Eagles are not, unless something drastic happens, not going to make the trade for Josh Sweat in any way, because Arizona's going to be looking for something half decent in a return for him. He's a 29-year-old defensive end edge rusher. Let's be honest, he had 12 sacks last year in Arizona and definitely paid off that, contract that he got. But in reality, he had 43 sacks in his first 8 years in Philly or whatever. Obviously had 11 and a half in the big 2022, but everybody was getting sacks that year for the Eagles as they nearly set the NFL record for most sacks in a season. Josh Sweat's just not a great fit for the Vic Fangio system. The Eagles just spent 2/3 and $100 million to get Jonathan Grenard. Josh Sweat's going to be 29. The Eagles have young, promising guys in Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt. It just wouldn't make sense for the Eagles to invest a day 2 draft pick to bring in another defensive end who's going to cost you a decent penny this year. There is an out with a $16 million dead cap hit after the season, but it just doesn't seem to make much sense for the Eagles to go the Josh Sweat route. I think they are fine with Nolan Smith, Jay Alexander, Jonathan Grenard, and Arnold Beketai, and any of the other fringe players that they have. Jahad Campbell also could play a little on the outside when healthy. I think they're okay there right now. Is it a super deep group? No, but it's much better than they were last year, and I think they're content. And that doesn't count Brandon Graham, they did void his contract, earlier this week, and he's not listed on the Eagles depth chart, but I fully expect Brandon Graham to be back, and whether he's playing inside or outside or both, I think the Eagles are set, and Josh Sweat, like Ian Rappaport said, is not going to the Eagles unless something drastically changes and Josh Sweat forces his way here, and we have to give up like a 7th-round pick or something like that. It's just not going to happen. Like I said, I think they are set at the position. There was a video dropped, the Carolina Panthers draft day video, and the Eagles dropped theirs. It was a phenomenal watch. I watched a portion of the Carolina one because it was shown the Eagles weren't just trying to trade up to 20 to get Mekhi Lemon. They even tried to move up to 19 to where Carolina selected offensive lineman Monroe Freeland, the Georgia tackle. It just goes to show that Howie was it was not just 20. I'm assuming that the potential move up to 19 was to still get Mekhi Lemon, and it doesn't. You don't hear what Howie, and you don't even hear the GM of the Panthers say what Howie was offering because they were pretty set, as you can see in the video, that they wanted Monroe Freeland. They almost traded up to get him. But Howie was definitely trying to move up once he saw Mekhi Lemon dropping, obviously knowing in the back of his head that, hey, A.J. Brown's not going to be here. We need to get a wide receiver, to step in as a starter. So, Howie was definitely wheeling and dealing. It was very interesting to see. It wasn't just Dallas that he was calling. He was calling everybody else ahead, too. On the wide receiver front, there was big breaking news. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Drake London, 24-year-old, signed a 4-year, $141 million extension with the Falcons. Got $100 million guaranteed. He's a great young wide receiver, 6'4" guy. Just really, when you see the money that went to Drake London, it just makes you appreciate Howie even more, right? Being able to get off of A.J. Brown. But Devontae Smith, you're now number 1 wide receiver, arguably as good as Drake London, Devontae Smith. Arguably almost as good as A.J. Brown. Accomplished more than Drake London at this point. He's making $25 million a year. Drake London's guaranteed is $25 million a year. Over 30, $35 million total. It's insane. It's insane. And Howie Roseman did that by getting Devontae Smith locked up early. So it's just another one of those, big things there. A couple quick notes from training camp. I've been saying that we haven't heard much about Eli Stowers through the first 2 open OTA practices. There were some reports that Eli Stowers did have a couple catches from Andy Dalton and Cole Payton, the rookie quarterback, making some nice plays in Tuesday's practice. So I want to throw that out there that I must have misspoke on that. I must have missed those reports. And also, Jordan Davis, we've talked about on the show a few times, who are going to be the leaders now that we've lost some of the leaders on this defense and on this team. And while I think Cooper DeJean is going to be one of those leaders, I've been standing on this mountain for a while. Jordan Davis is going to be wearing a captain's badge next year. Quote from Jordan Davis before the first play of 11-on-11 drills. I don't give a bleep if it's OTAs, full speed. Former Jordan Davis wouldn't speak up like that. New Jordan Davis does. So I love that. And on Trending in the AM on Thursday, we're going to be talking about something else, and that's Cooper DeJean. And should Cooper DeJean just fully commit to safety at this point? Obviously he's a great slot corner. He's obviously learning a lot about the safety position. He's talked about it. But he's learning so much about the safety position for what? The 5 times we use base formation every single, game, 6 times a game we use it. All the work he's putting in to become a safety, it kind of puts in the back of my head that maybe the Eagles are setting up an eventual transition down the line to Cooper DeJean being the full-time answer at safety down the line for this Eagles defense. I don't know. Something that we're going to be discussing on Training the AM. So make sure you tune in, guys. Everybody have a great Thursday. Go Birds! And always, bubbles up.
Send Help is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
We're somewhere in the Gulf of Thailand.
Getting us out of here should be your focus. I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore.
It's bold, relentless, and endlessly rewatchable. Discover why critics give it 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You're so fired.
Oh, am I? No help is coming.
Send Help, rated R, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
You may think you know McDonald's drinks, but you don't know them like this. From fruity refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry-flavored Sprite topped with cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Try them all, now at McDonald's. Refreshers contain caffeine.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Viore. For Father's Day, give him something built for wherever the day takes him. Viore's performance joggers, breathable polos, and travel-ready layers are made to move. From workouts to downtime, on the clock or off, these are the everyday staples he'll wear on repeat. Get 20% off your first order at Viore.com/Father's Day. Exclusions apply. See site for details.